my AD Joe DeMeo and I get sent to Hoboken, New Jersey, where they were rehearsing. So we walk in and the band's on stage, and everything you're told about Kurt is that he's scary. Like, don't talk to him, you might make him angry and he'll leave. Like you're very, that he was a little skittish as far as artists go. And I was used to that, but, of course, didn't want to do anything to screw it up. So we gingerly walk in the room, and they're on stage working out a song, and they all are just staring at us. And there's nobody else there but the two of us. And we're like, hi, we're here. We're the director and the AD of the show. And they were couldn't have been more lovely. And so I got to watch that set several times because I watched them work out all the songs in Hoboken, and then they came and did a full, sound check and on-camera rehearsal at Sony where we shot it. But it was Kurt's idea, all those flowers. I walked out to that set right before we loaded in the audience, and all the candles and the flowers, and I was standing next to Alex Coletti, the producer, and he's like, oh, this looks really pretty. I said, God, it looks a little like a funeral. It was really strange, and, obviously what happened after. But we shot the show, and it was beautiful. And after the rehearsal, one of the MTV executives came up to me and said, I'm not sure if they're playing enough hits. Could you talk to Kurt about doing Smells Like Teen Spirit? And I said, no. That's great music, and if you want him to play Smells Like Teen Spirit, you need to go ask him, because I'm not going to. The night of the show was just really magical. It was so amazing, and everything they did was so great. I mean, having the Meat Puppets on and doing that Bowie cover's unbelievable, and that Lead Belly, In the Pines, just gave me chills every time I saw him perform that song. So we finished shooting, the audience lit it out. Kurt came into the control room because he wanted to see some of it. And we rolled a couple of songs, and he said, everything looks great. And he said, but there's some moments where I'm smiling, and I'd like you to put them in the show. And I said, oh, the lighter side of Kurt Cobain? And he went, my manager told me to. And we looked through the footage of his close-up, and there's literally one song where after the song he goes like this, and does this crazy fake smile, and we put it in the show. He was clearly appeasing his management. But after that, I had a great relationship with the band and with him, and I shot this New Year's Eve show that December, which ended up being the last time they played in the United States, because they went to Europe right after it. And, he showed up at rehearsal, and he's like, anything you want. Do you want me to do that song again? And then the show was supposed to also have Pearl Jam on the bill, and they canceled the day of the show because Eddie was sick. And people were freaking out because it was supposed to be this big New Year's Eve concert, hometown crowd. We were on this in this warehouse on the Puget Sound, and everyone's freaking out in the office. And Kurt pulled me aside, and he said, we'll do a longer set for you if you guys want to. I said, that would be awesome. And they did literally everything from their Sub Pop catalog. It was like a 2-hour Nirvana concert. It was amazing.